I'm here with Josh Denzel. Josh, first off, I want to give you credit for the stuff that you've done over the last couple of years, from coming out of Love Island and to be one of the, honestly, in my opinion, one of the best presenters in the UK. I look at your work and I admire what you do with the footballing side and obviously the boxing now. You're a great man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you, bro. That's
my
top.
guy, I appreciate
That's
it.
top.
I'm not, mate. I'm not trying to suck you off. I'm just being honest.
Great way to start.
Just your initial thoughts on this fight first.
I think this fight is a massive curveball. I said it on the stage. I think we all expected after, pre the Day of Reckoning fight, I think everyone expected AJ Wilder. It's going to be fireworks, it's going to be crazy. And we've kind of got like a version of that now anyway, just with Francis's incredible performance against Tyson, which I think shocked the entire boxing fraternity. AJ coming off 2 knockout victories, a spiteful. It was one-sided victory against Otto Wallin. It's like, well, hang on a minute. You know what? If AJ can beat 2 guys convincingly that have really caused Fury problems, people are going to be clamoring for that Fury fight more than they already are. And it's weird. Like sometimes Fury will look unbelievable. Sometimes he'll look, is he really that bothered anymore? So I think this will be a brilliant fight. I think honestly, it's almost like the Wilder, the old Wilder. Because Francis is going to come to fight. He's going to come to fight, and I think he might even be a better boxer than Wilder.
Well, I think that's what everyone was surprised at. I mean, we saw Ngannou switching stances. He was very comfortable in the clinch.
Yeah.
A lot of people, like you mentioned, and they mentioned before, the fact that Fury could have had an off night. So maybe it was a combination of Fury having an off night, but then also Ngannou just completely surprising everyone by how good he actually was technically. He had Mike Tyson in his corner last time. I wonder, what do you think he benefited the most from Mike Tyson? Because I think, personally, that it could have been maybe not so much the technical side, because Mike Tyson was a very different boxer to Ngannou, but more just the mentality of Tyson.
Yeah, I think going into huge fight nights and understanding how to put together a boxing camp, right? Like, how many times have we've all sat there and watched YouTube videos of Mike Tyson sparring, and his camps were serious. He wasn't cutting any corners, not playing any games. So going from UFC to boxing, it's 2 completely different disciplines. Right, so to be able to put together an incredible camp, to have that focus and that mindset, and be able to put yourself into that mode is kill or be killed. I think that's incredible. I think that's I've spent a little bit of time just through doing this with Mike Tyson. He's a very he's a very serious guy. He's got that 1,000-yard stare. He look at you and he doesn't listen. He won't let you skip a leg day. He won't let you miss your conditioning. He's going to make sure that you're on point. And on fight night, you look to your right, and you've got Mike Tyson sitting next to you, you're in war mode.
We saw McGregor a few years ago become kind of the first trendsetter of the crossover fights between MMA and boxing. He didn't do as well as Ngannou has done against Fury. I don't know how much you follow the UFC, but are there any fighters that you think have the potential to cross over to boxing and have any success?
Tom Aspinall, I think, for sure. Like, I think he came from boxing anyway, and I know he sparred with Tyson Fury. He's got great hands. He's a huge dude. His feet are unbelievable. I think if he fancied it, if he somehow gets that fight against John Jones and beats him, the first thing I'd be doing is calling up Eddie or Frank or, the guys here, His Excellency. Like, I'll be saying, give me a fight now.
Do you think he beats John Jones?
I don't know who beats John Jones, man. I think John Jones he's the GOAT for a reason. But, everyone has their different times. Is John Jones on a slide? Who knows? Stipe's 40-something. I think he'll beat Stipe.
Yeah, I think, if I'm honest, I can't see the John Jones Aspinall fight happening.
I think John Jones retires before that ever happens.
Yeah, I agree. Just lastly, then, is a win for Ngannou detriment? Is it a detriment to boxing, or do you think it's more of a credit to the skill of Ngannou? Because I feel like a lot of people are talking about, AJ has to win this fight, but is it not also, how much of that gets taken away from Ngannou's win if that is the case?
Listen, if he manages to have an absolute barnstorm with Fury, put him down and narrowly lose on a split decision, and then beats AJ by hook or by crook, however he beats him, that is incredible for Francis Ngannou, and that's just a credit to how good he is at boxing and at fight sports, and you can't take that away from him. No way. If you go and beat the 2 best in Britain, who are arguably, both top 5 in the world, top 3 in the world, you got to give it to the man.
And then if I reverse that, if this is a fight that AJ on paper should win, but judging by his last performance against Fury, is a win over Ngannou not as impressive? Is it just another win for him, or is it you've beaten Ngannou, who did really well against Fury?
Yeah, I think it depends how it is. If it's a tough fight, it's like, you know what, France Ngannou is a great fighter, well done. If he knocks him out in one round, it was Fury had an off night. He was never that good. We were fickle as boxing fans, right? Do you know what I mean? We'll choose which way to swing it as soon as that bell goes.
Have you got an interest in getting in there?
Absolutely not. See me, I'm about 3 stone overweight, and I love boxing and I train and I do some sparring, but to fight somebody, say on like a misfit show, you can't get knocked out and then come and do this, can you?
Well, Josh, I appreciate that, brother. Thank you.